This man has been doing my hair and my makeup and my spiritual adjustment. His name is Mathu Andersen. Give him a big round of applause. We've been doing signings, and people have said to me, you know, when you walk out on the runway, it's breathtaking. It takes my breath away too, by the way. I look at it and I go, oh, you know, when he does it, the hair and makeup and everything, really, I could see it, but I don't really see it. I don't really see it until it's on TV, and then I go, oh my God! And I got to tell you, this is the reason why, right here, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a round of applause. I love it. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
So I've been involved with makeup since I was basically like 19, and I was in college and I was studying fashion and textile because at that time I was like, I'm going to be a Disney animator. No, I'm going to be an illustrator. No, I'm going to be a model. No, I never thought that. I was an exchange student, which was the best thing that ever happened with the beautiful youth for understanding. And now I understand. Oh, you're a YFU girl? Oh, okay. I said I wanted Paris. They sent me to Chico, California. And that was a big thing for me because Australians they're lovely people. They're not always the most supportive. So coming to America was this sort of like, it's like a yes you can thing. It's like, like schools. I went to an all boys school, had to wear a school uniform. So coming to America was just like, I'm free. And I was doing photography, and I would photograph my poor little sisters, and I got makeup from the dollar store. I would make them up, and my friend said, let me hook you up with an agency, and here we go. And I went in with this hilarious portfolio, but it was interesting. It was unapologetically, this is what I do, whatever that is. And I said, well, we don't know what it is you've got, but you've got something. And off we went from there. Before interweb, you'd get your picture published and you'd open it and you go, there's my picture. And that's your tear. And then you put that in your portfolio and go on from there. I always tell people the ship I came in on was drag. Drag was a thing that, like, I was doing all right in New York, and I was doing German catalog and just really dull stuff. But it was, I was making money. It was cute. But the Holy Grail, the whole thing was breaking the code, and drag did that for me. I used to do stuff with Suzanne Barsh with my partner at the time, Zoldy. And she had to start, she said, oh, wouldn't it be a good idea if we were to do the makeup for the Halloween in the lobby of the Palladium? And I was like, yes. So it's just like a bunch of queens, velvet rope, the punters going by, and we're all getting face on. That year, I was a pink poodle with jewel nipples. And Zoldy was an ostrich. I was jealous because he had the whole showgirl tail thing. I had an afro with puff ears and a tiny, tiny pink, I guess it was a bikini. I was gorgeous then. But Stephen Klein, the photographer, was doing a shoot for Italian Vogue. He said, I love what you're doing. Would you finish off this job? I was like, I met Ru early on in the clubs, and she was star booty, and she was all, 100 sets of teeth, tiny mini skirt, and a peasant top, and just gorgeous and hilarious. We really bonded on a trip to Japan with Suzanne Barch, doing drag club gigs all over Japan. The less makeup she wore, the more like a woman she looked. And that was really interesting because for America, this wasn't a jokey clown. This was this glamorous, beautiful, like leggy creature.
Woman. She was kind of woman.
She was woman. People did not know because there was no markers to go. So it's like, oh, well, the funny clown makeup means it's a man. It was a beautiful woman, and she was warm and kind and funny and had the huge smile. And it's like, what a great wagon to hitch my star to. There was the first Love Ball, which was when voguing happened. That's kind of where Madonna went yoink and grabbed the voguing thing. Because the balls, Paris is Burning. And that all was all coming along. And the second Love Ball was a huge thing because I had houses, but it was like the House of Armani, the house of Donna Karen.
Houses, yeah.
And the houses could be, and at the time, Suzanne said, "Oh, you should do something with the Donna Karen." And she hooked us up, and we were, Salty and I were House of Donna Karen. And we were up against David LaChapelle, the House of Armani. Wow. And they did this amazing thing. They did Crystal Waters doing She Is Homeless. La-da-dee, la-da-da. And they had dancers like huge lips and huge eyes, and they were all, and this whole thing with Crystal Waters doing it. And for House of Donna Karen, we were cross-species, cross-dressing aliens. We all came out in Donna Karen attire, faces, glasses, hoods, like scarves and things. And we basically stripped on the runway until, and we were wearing like alien mirror bodysuits underneath. And we just like used to do these ridiculous things where we'd be wearing like 4 or 5 cat suits that you just keep peeling stuff off. Absolute fucking misery. And like towards the end of the club gigs, it'd be like we'd be going out with bags on our heads with a straw hole, so you could stick a straw in it. It's like a kind of weird fly, just like.
Well, Matthew, can I ask you a question?
I wish you would, rather.
Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to be officiating, but I'm really fascinated by listening to you talk all
You've heard
the time.
all of this crap
You know,
stories before.
I've been a makeup artist for a while now, and I've idolized you and so on. But you've seen the transition, what's happening in drag, and how everyone is so on fleek. Everyone is a version of Raven or Roxy Andrews for me in my eyes. Did I just say it out loud?
Yes. But you know,
But there's a template that everyone is supposed to follow, and the drag that I started to learn was yours and
We're lady
those who were
drag.
of your
We were-
time, like Joey Arias and Lady Bunny, and everyone had their own personal character and style. And now I just find that everyone starts to look like each other. How do you feel about that?
It's interesting because it's like there's so many drag babies now.
Yes.
RuPaul's Drag Race has filled the pond with frog spawn from which small drag sprogs have a, and we did notice that. It's like, because for me Raven is sort of the ultimate, she's the gold standard.
Yes, God.
The gold standard for face, and you can get right up on that stuff and it's like, oh, that is lovely. It's just when you're up on it, it's like the precision, and David's a lovely looking man, but what she does to that nose that it from the front is non-existent, then she turns sideways, and it's like, oh God, watch out, Titanic, it's an iceberg. But I'm watching, it's like, I've just noticed in the past year or so, girls are starting to get prettier. Like this hilarious striped face has started to soften out and become more gentle. I myself, no one's allowed to stone me. How many drag? Not too many drag queens. Okay. I don't particularly like an overdone face, but it's not like oh my God, that's hideous. It's like I don't warm to it. It's like I enjoy the artistry of it, but for me, my whole career has been to make, with Ru, has been to make her warm and believable. No matter how ridiculous it gets, there has to be a warmth and believability. And I'm so fascinated with that. It's like, we're all drag clowns. It's just like, yeah, but it's like, and I keep telling people, it's just like, the day a drag queen stands up and brings people to their feet with tears running down their face, that's the day I want to see. I want to see some people doing some really, like, it's like, take this platform and blow it up. It's like, do something with it, make people feel some shit about this.
I'm actually going to open it up to question and answer for Matthew. You guys ready for this? Who's got some questions in here?
Matthew, you sort of touched on this a few minutes ago, and I wanted to see if you'd elaborate a little bit. This is obviously something I know you can relate to, and this is something I sort of, I wouldn't say wrestle with. Pardon?
I'm not gay.
Oh.
I'm kidding. No, please.
But I wonder if you'd speak a little bit to further about what it's like for you, because you have this canvas that you work with, and you work with a great many other canvases, and you're particularly known right now for one external canvas. Yeah, and sort of what is that like for you, as far as, you know, someone who explores your art in these different ways, both personally and personally on others?
I got to LA doing the whole celebrity thing, and it's kind of fun, and then it stops being fun. And I had a couple of clients, no one's ever been really awful to me, but a couple of them are just like, what a C word. And I got to a point where
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. You mean?
I ain't naming no names. And I got tired of going, like, trailing around people at awards shows. When I worked with Janet Jackson, I'd be like, do you want me to come with you? And she's like, no, just give me some tissue and the lip pencil. And I'd see her in the at the awards show with her tissue, maintaining, and she always looked a beautiful woman, beautiful skin. But that's not your question. Your question is like, it's interesting for myself that like my own personal work sort of came out of a depression, really. It's sort of like it's like, I don't give a fuck anymore. It's like, and I've always worked for other people, and there's always been like, well, you've got to be really good at this, and you can't make mistakes. And it's like, I hate this constant feeling. And when I was younger, it was very difficult because my sense of perfectionism would drive me mad, because it's like, I'm not good enough. And as I've gotten older, it's more like, whatever. And part of it is, it's like, I also know that I am good at what I do. And I don't think it's like, you're the best makeup artist in the world. It's like, no, I'm a very good makeup artist, and I'm a good makeup artist because I have a point of view. I've loved doing Ru, because Ru's like, he's my friend, he's my science project. He's my wet afternoon craft project. It's, and I enjoy it, is because I can actually engage with it in a way where it's like, what can I do to make this work? What can I do without being jarring, just to sort of shift this around and try things out and keep Ru looking, gorgeous. And I look at it now and it's like, I enjoy it. It's like, I have a degree of pride in creating something that is beautiful and that does have a scope to it. Because it's like, it's not about my makeup. I can do pyrotechnic makeup. I can do the whole thing. But that's not important. I've always told people over the years, it's like, great technique and that whole thing. It's like, it's not important if you're not part of the team, you're not part of the process of selling this storyline. To be a great makeup artist, you have to have a very broad approach and yet maintain your own vision of what it needs to be.
I just want to say a special thank you to Matthew for sharing some of his
Thank you
thoughts with
so
us
much.
tonight. Give it up to Mathu Andersen.